The renaissance of England's international fortunes, his measured and articulate interviews and the respect he shows everyone, even the Colombian dirty tricksters, means he can do no wrong at the moment. But Southgate has been in the game too long to be taken in. He knows how fickle football can be, and a defeat to Sweden here today could quickly change the mood. "Most of my career I've been killed for that being nice," he said. "It is dangerous because I've got a lot of faults and I have done plenty of things wrong. It's obviously a nice moment, but it's probably a good thing that we are away. We won the other night, but I still had a couple of emails. I've got to change my address, by the way, saying, really good, but you should be picking this one and that one. You can't please everyone all of the time. I know there was a big thing made of me going up to the Colombia players after the game, but for me that is natural. You have been in a battle with another team and there's huge respect for the fact that they have pushed us all the way, and at the end, it is easier to do those sort of things when you've won than when you have lost, actually, so the mark is when you've got beaten and how you deal with that. It's easy to be magnanimous in victory, isn't it? I'm the way I am, but I don't get everything right. I've just got to focus on what I'm doing and what I'm is desperate to do well for my country. I'm bloody proud of being English, and I am so pleased the country are really behind us. Football's got a great ability to unite people and really bring positivity in moments like this, so that is really special. At the moment everyone is choosing to reflect on everything that has gone well, and that is very nice. But I know that is not the real world, and I've been around long enough to know that tide changes. Southgate says you only have to look at Germany's fortunes to see the fine margins in international football. World Cup winners 4 years ago, Joachim Löw's team failed to get past the group stage this time, losing to Mexico and, remarkably, South Korea. I'm looking at Germany's game against Sweden again, and they do so many things right, but a couple of things don't quite happen in the other games, and they're going home. If Löw hadn't won the World Cup and had a bloody good record, he'd be gone the next day. That's the reality of it. Equally, I know there will be a shelf life for me with how people view it. In international football there can be one match, because the differences and the margins are so fine. If we didn't get over the line the other night against Colombia, then the way it will be looked at is we've beaten Tunisia and Panama and we haven't won a knockout game. Yeah, there's progress, but I don't know how long the period will be. Other people will decide that. I know there'll be a feeling eventually that everyone's had enough. Time for a new voice, time for a new approach. You have a duty to serve and to try and improve things and make them as good as you can, affect best possible for short, mid and long term with the decisions you make. But in any club there comes a point, and it's the same with the national team, where people have heard the message enough. They've listened to the sound bites, and the players want a different voice, the press and the public want a different voice. That will happen at some point. We're trying to build something now, but I also know that can change, and in internationals the margins hinge on 1 or 2 games every 2 years. It's a really fine dividing line, and in low scoring sport with such random events that affect outcomes, there's a lot in more that's out of your control. Southgate admits he compromised his beliefs in his only job in club management in Middlesbrough, which ended in relegation and the sack. He vows he will not be the same with England. There are many different ways of managing, and I probably thought maybe I had to compromise at Middlesbrough to succeed. I wasn't confident enough that was the right thing to do to get results, but as you get older you realize, that's not what I believe in. And if we're going to go down and fail, I'll do it the way I believe is right, but try and bring people with me. That is the best way for me.